Sure.
Great job, Matt. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where in the world you're logging on from. You've dialed in and jumped on the Zoom for Save Club, an amazing, super exciting new company that's just launched on June 1st of 2025. And I'm super excited to introduce our CEO and founder, Mr. Charles Mui, out in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's about to share with you some information about Save Club, some updates, some super exciting stuff. So get your team members, get your prospects, get everybody on the webinar. And I'm going to turn it over and pay close attention to this, gentleman. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, Matt, thanks for another great intro. So today, guys, I want to basically look at the company from where we are at. Not how we want it to be, but just where we're at. So I started in this industry like 23 years ago, and in 2007 and in 2009, we put together programs and just lit the internet on fire. We were leading the world in the amount of enrollments, the amount of customer acquisition, and a lot of big companies, a lot of people took notice back then in 2007, 2009. And I started doing a lot of consulting with different MLM companies of all different sizes, from small startups to, guys that have done $1 billion in sales. And I had to find a way to really assess a company because I'd get these opportunities. They go, oh, we want to start bringing our companies online. We're doing everything offline, and we start bringing our company online. We don't know what we're doing. Or professional marketers would come and they'd recruit a lot of reps from these legacy companies because they just weren't equipped to be online. And so I said, okay, well, let's evaluate the company. And I had to figure out what was a good way to see why a company was growing, why a company was stalled out. What were the indicators that had a company in momentum, and what were the indicators that a company was failing. And so I put this presentation, and I thought, well, let's run Save Club through this scoring system. Let's figure out, how Save Club matches up and just take an objective look, the good, bad, the ugly, and just find out, where we're at here, 23 days into the launch. So I'm just going to bring you guys through what makes an opportunity a winner. And when I talk about scoring a company, what does scoring a company mean? I'm scoring it on four categories: company, systems, leaders, and leads. So when you look at a company, you want to evaluate a lot of different things. How's the branding? Who's the ownership? Uh, is it involved in lawsuits? Have they been flagged by the FTC? Are they, have they been around for 50 years? Is the company being run by lawyers? Is it being run by entrepreneurs? What's their track record? And what's the compensation plan? Is it a compensation plan that was hot 20 years ago, or is it a compensation plan that's relevant now? Are the products relevant now? Are the products priced properly? Is the timing of the company, the opportunity, the products, is the timing right? And then is the technology right? I'd look at some of these MLM companies, and they could be huge companies doing $100 million a month in sales, and they're running on a platform that was like 20 years old, just archaic, old technology that just, no matter what you did, you could never scale it into the 21st century to be relevant with the companies that are coming out today. So when you look at a company, there's a lot to take into account, and where SafeClub matches up is, I think we've got amazing ownership. I'm a little biased, but as far as experience from our team, our technology partner paid out over $1 billion in commissions. One of the best track records from just recently, and still running deals that are just dominating the industry. Knowing a compensation plan, being able to look at our compensation plan and see how it pays out millions of dollars through another operation that we could model for over 30 months to know what was going on. And from a product standpoint, I think we've got the best thing. Now, is our product completely ready today? No, but it leaves room for improvement. But is the product of savings and discount, helping people save money on what they're already spending, probably the best product for network marketing? I believe it is, because it really reaches everybody. And if I was like, hand me a $20 bill, I'll hand you $200 back. Well, yeah, people would do that all day long. And with our savings and with our discounts, we're able to demonstrate that. So those are some of the areas of how we score a company, and I'll get into our score here in just a little bit. But another piece that's super important in the scoring system are the systems. So the systems are both the technology systems that corporate runs on, but the systems that we have in the field for how somebody is introduced to the product, how someone uses the product, how they share the product, the training systems that are in place. And these all have to be simple in terms of you say a lot with a few amount of words, and you want them to be scalable so that when you get into hyper growth, or you're bringing on, thousands or tens of thousands of people in a single week, are people able to see it, be captivated, and take action? And our systems now are getting better. We just now put up our training systems. We're working through the language, both in person, through text messages, through reels, of how to share it. So is there room for improvement with our systems? Yeah, we're getting better every day. Leaders, I think we're in a great spot. We've got great diversity from people all around the world. We've got leaders that have track records in this, some of them for 40 years. You know who I'm talking about. And our leaders, are they dynamic? Absolutely. People that can enroll dozens of people, hundreds of people. You have to be a dynamic, strong, confident leader that inspires others to do that. And you don't get a good track record in this industry unless you're honest, and you're honest consistently, because it takes decades sometimes to earn your reputation, and it can take seconds to lose it. And that happens through trust and honesty. And I think we've got some of the most reputable leadership with the company right now, well-respected, well-loved, great communicators, so many people doing their own presentations, making their own tools, creating their own social media recognition. And here's the thing. I know our leadership is awesome because they're here early. They're forward-thinking. They're smart enough and wise enough to see where we're at today and where we're going to in, just the next week, month. We got so much great stuff coming out. Now, the other part of scoring a company and really figuring out if it's a winner or not is leads. And leads come in all different types of forms. I'm not talking about leads that you buy or traffic that comes in. Yeah, that's part of it. But if you're able to create a lead by saying something, by letting somebody know that we've got an opportunity for them to save money, or create a lead by saying, how would you like to earn 5% off here? Or how would you like a 2-for-1 entree? By just saying a few words, you're able to captivate somebody's interest and get them interested in the company. That's creating a lead. What if someone could see a reel or see a video and they go from not interested to piqued their interest, and from home plate to first base? How effective is the opportunity of creating a lead? I think we're pretty good because we've got something that is remarkable and people can hear about it and they get interested. You can walk up to most conversations and at some point direct that conversation into Save Club, savings, dining, shopping, travel, and we can add value there. And when you're creating leads, you want to make sure that our message is simple, that what we're delivering is dependable, and that it's economicable. I don't know if that's a word. That it fits everyone's economics, that we're talking to somebody about something that means something to their life, and savings absolutely does that. So to be able to generate a lead, like if you're out there selling some of these machines, water machines or energy healing machines, and those things are like $3,000 to $7,000, you limit your marketplace. And not everybody's interested in health and wellness, and not everybody's interested in energy medicine or these certain things that are out there. It's harder to create a lead. You got to get more into a targeted customer to do that. So that's what I mean as far as lead score is, when you're out there in the world, how can you pique somebody's interest? So we're scoring these, we're scoring the company on really 4 categories, and we score each one of these categories from 0 to 100. So company 0 to 100, system 0 to 100, leaders, leads. So maximum score that you could earn if you're just the ultimate company and you've mastered all these areas is 400. And I'll get into why that's important, why we're looking holistically at the company. We've taken just these few categories, but with just these 4 categories, I can predict if a company is going to succeed or not. And if a company's short in category, we know what to focus on to get it to working. And that's what I was doing from, from a consulting standpoint for probably, I don't know, last 15, 16 years. So with Save Club, I'm going to score us an 80 on the company because, we've done the things that that we have done this far. It definitely leaves room for improvement, and I'll get to how that could happen. Our systems, there's a room for a lot of improvement, like how we duplicate, how we have our training in place, how these webinars, these calls, how consistent we are, how we need a website that has, saveclubwebinars.com where everybody can go pull the webinars, how our emails go out, how our registrations go out. All these things are on our to-do list, and the way that we do our systems is getting better every single day. A pretty high score on our leadership, just because I've got so much respect and so humbled by the amazing level of leaders that have come through here. And, with our leads, it's easy to go talk to someone about Save Club. We do got all the reels, and we're okay. We're pretty good at piquing somebody's interest. We've had a lot of interest in the company so far in just 23 days in the launch. But do I think we can get better? Do I think we can have an irresistible way to talk to somebody? You have an anthem. When I say an anthem, it's like a 30-second message, a 60-second message, a 5-minute message, a 15-minute message that is like the highest converting, easiest thing to say, most memorable thing to just strike into somebody that we've got value. Do we have that anthem fully developed right now? It's coming. We're close. So if we were to score Save Club, right now I'd give us a total score of 310. And can we succeed at 310? Yeah, we can. But I'm going to show you how we increase this score and exactly what we're doing at corporate over just the next, 1 week, 5 weeks to get us into a position to where we can just dominate. Because let me tell you, a winning score is a 360. And, let me explain. If you're going to do like scoring it like A, B, C, D, E, F, like you would in school, an A is typically 90% and up. And, we all want our kids to get straight A's. And we know that, if you got a 4.0 GPA, you're doing better than that. So let's get the score for a company to win in this marketplace. A 360 out of 400 would be a 90%. It'd be an A. Does that make sense? Matt or anyone want to give me some feedback? I can't
Definitely
see the
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. So how do we take the company from a 310 to a 360? And what is our game plan to get better? And how do we look at this objectively and figure out where we need to improve, where we put the focus, and then how do we get there? That's what the rest of this presentation is going to be about. And it's an exciting journey for everybody involved because you're going to watch this company go from right around 10,000 reps to 50,000 reps to 100,000 reps. And now we're peeling back the onion and you're going to see why. Why do other companies fail and why are we going to succeed at such a pace? Because you look at it, if you want to get better at anything, if you're a swimmer and you want to take your time down, you want to swim faster. I've got a niece, she's dominating swimming, but what she does, she watches herself swim. She watches how she jumps off the platform. She watches how she turns around in the water and kicks off the wall. She watches her stroke, and it's that analysis of what she's doing that gets her faster. And this is an analysis of how we're doing so that we can take our score, our company score, from an 80 to 100. So what are we going to do to get Save Club up, get our company score up? Well, number one, we've got a very exciting app coming out. We are so close. We are in the final areas of testing. I've got all the funnels built. We've got all the content built. The system's loaded up. It's fully tested. This thing, well, my goal is to get it out by Friday. Let's see if it happens or not. I'm pretty optimistic about it. I wouldn't even say anything. We've got a shopping portal loaded up with deals from all around the world. And one of our biggest focus is global expansion. Thank you so much, leaders from all around the world that see the value of what we're doing here. It's like, you don't want to get the cart in front of the horse, but you have to boldly step out into the marketplace. And this is how we attract the advertisers. This is how we decide what countries to go into, what systems we put into place. And with SaveClub being so affordable at $300 a year, get in and start building your team, start developing your organization so that when your countries get turned on, the opportunity is there and you've got a foundation built, because we're still in foundation building phase here, just 23 days into the launch. But these are the things that are essential to get our company score from 80 to 100. And
what if saving money actually made you money? Meet SaveClub, the free app that helps families and network marketers save on thousands of name brand products you already buy every single day. Here's the best part. When you share the app, it's coded to you for life. And with our built-in AI, every question, every follow-up, every close is done asterisk for you asterisk. You can build a business on autopilot. Download the free app today and lock your spot in the SaveClub power line. Want more? Upgrade anytime to unlock full marketing training, exclusive community support, and start earning real income. It's simple. You save, you share, you earn. And it's all 100% free to start. Join SaveClub today and let's grow in together.
And there's development in all this. I also put in here services. So just closed a deal. This will be coming out later on. We've got different services that people pay crazy money for, like telemedicine and prescriptions and having access to mental health and pet care, and ways if your animal gets sick, you can get them medication, and just dental, vision. These are things that are essential expenses. And I looked at it and said, how can SaveClub with our group purchasing power put us in a position to get all these essential things for our health and our family's health and deliver them at wholesale? Better price you can find anywhere. That's one more thing that's in place, on its way. Another way we can improve is with our websites. So our funnels getting better? Yeah, I'm going to show you that here later on the call. Are our reels getting better? Yeah, we got a whole content drop for you guys right now. This morning I was back and forth on the line with Microsoft. We've been setting up all the numbers. The reason we've been delayed on our AI is our ability to use voice over IP and texting is very complicated. To do it at the scale that we want to do, we're on an enterprise level system, and putting all that together and testing it all is just taking a little bit longer, but lots of progress there. So when we have automated communication tools, ways to follow up with people, text messaging, phone calling, improved email deliverability, communicating people through messaging apps, all of that stuff. And our training's getting better. These are ways that we're developing. You might have seen a lot of the training announcements that have come out last week and the week before. Our training section in the back office, getting a huge facelift there. Step-by-step training to help people get started, go 1-star, go 2-star. Payment systems, global payment systems. We're working on app payment systems for China, for India, integrations with our shopping portals to all the different brands, improved share tools, and also improved leadership. We've got additional customer service reps coming on to prepare for our growth. We've got one of the best creative directors. We're getting him some additional support as well. We've got our website development teams for more landing pages, more funnels, more copywriting. So we're on our way to improving, our score here. So let's just say we do these things. We make these adjustments. We diligently improve the company day in and day out, and we can take our score from an 80 to a 90. I think that's possible. I know that's possible. Just for what we have already in motion, I know that that's possible. But let's focus on the other parts of the company, the systems, the leaders, the leads, and let's continue improving the score. We went from a 310 to a 320. We're getting better. The opportunity is getting better for all of us. Now, our systems, we scored kind of low on the systems, a 70. How do we get it to 100? Well, Our back office training area is already getting a major facelift. I think our webinars have incrementally gotten better every single week. I get a lot of compliments. We got new presenters. We've had Cedric and Vin and Melvin. Kelly popped on one. I'd like to get more females. I'd like to get more diversity. I'd like to get other languages so that we just have more broad appeal on our webinars. We have an arsenal of recorded webinars and tools, but we can make those better. Here's another huge part that's going to help our system. The leaders that are in the field that are kicking butt are sharing their information of what they're doing, and we're developing trainings of what is working in the field. So as we get more exposure to exactly what is working, exactly the scripting, exactly the post, exactly when it was done, how it was done, we'll be exposing that information on these trainings, and we'll be doing that on our live weekly training calls. I'm trying to figure out what day is the best day to do that. I like these Monday calls for just doing general updates, but specific training, we're going to pick a day, maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday, but that's something that we're going to be working into our webinar schedule. The websites and tools, as you know, AI pending, plenty of reels, more funnels. I'll show you more of that on here. But optimization is a critical part of all this so that our efforts are maximized, that when you post, we're posting the best thing in the most optimal way. It's going to get the highest level of conversion. Those are things that we'll work in on our systems here. Looks like this one. It says sharing of the business. Okay, so to create a lead, you want to be able to introduce somebody to the company. One of the ways that's going to just make this go like wildfire is with sharing an app. When you're able to share an app for free, someone's able to immediately see the technology, use discounts, use card linking, get value, and they're just in there as a free app user. What we're doing that nobody else is doing is when you get the app, you're also a pre-enrollee. So it goes from savings to earning. It's the ultimate Trojan horse of helping somebody save money, get access to discounts for free, and then you've got them as a pre-enrollee. And what that means is they can start learning about the business right away. And it's kind of a way where people that are interested in savings are also interested in earning. And it's just this smooth path with the least amount of resistance to get somebody interested in what we're doing here at Save Club. Another way to improve our system score is by unifying our leadership so that we're all working from the same anthem. We're working from the same pages, that we have a clear direction of where we're going company. I'm not saying the teams, because everybody's going to do something a little different. This team might focus on foodies. This team might focus on travel. This team might be focused on business opportunity. This team might be focused on an international global business. We have different messages, but what I'm saying is we want to unify the point to where we're headed, that our value proposition is really clear, the company mission and vision. Everybody sees the same thing.
Hey there. If you're watching this, we're willing to bet you've tried to make money online before. You probably joined a company, got all hyped up, thought this is the one, and then, boom, nothing. No sales, no commissions, just a whole lot of frustration. Maybe you've even done this multiple times. You're not alone. And look, this part might sting a little, but it's the truth. The reason you didn't make money was you. Now, don't take that the wrong way. It's not because you're lazy or dumb or not cut out for this. It's because 99% of people aren't marketers. They aren't salespeople. And this industry just throws people into the deep end and says, good luck. No wonder people fail. But here's the good news. We fixed what's broken. What if, instead of trying to figure everything out yourself, you had a team of 7-figure marketers writing your social media posts, emails, and texts for you? What if you got access to the exact images, videos, reels, and hashtags that actually work? What if you had done-for-you funnels that convert like crazy, all set up and ready to go? Now, that'd be pretty awesome, right? But it doesn't stop there. Let's be real. Most people hate selling. You don't want to chase people. You don't want awkward conversations, and you definitely don't want to feel like a pushy salesperson. So we built a first-of-its-kind AI system that handles it all. It calls your leads. It texts and emails them. It gets them onto webinars where we do the presentation. And statistics show it closes 1 out of every 4 leads. You could be out to eat, at the gym, playing with your kids while the AI is working and closing for you. You just plug in, copy, paste, and the system goes to work. And the cherry on top? We've got a product people actually want and a comp plan that pays out up to 80% commissions. So here's your choice. Keep jumping from company to company, wasting money on starter kits and struggling to figure it out. Or let the pros do the heavy lifting for you. If you can copy and paste, that's the only skill you need. Fill out the form. Let's get you on the path to results, finally. We'll see you on the inside.
We all rise together. And this makes a lot of sense when we've got global bonus pools, when we're working at attracting the biggest advertisers and taking the biggest chunk of the available advertising budgets globally, $900 billion available, and directing that into the company. When all the teams and everybody's able to see the big picture and we're working towards that, it's a synergy amongst what we're doing, and it's very supportive. And I know we already have great cooperation within the company across the board, and that was very deliberate. And our global bonus pools really, help unify all that. And just one more area where we're going to make an improvement. So do I think we can improve from a 70? Yeah, I know we can. I know with just this stuff on the screen, we'll be able to improve our systems and how we work on a daily basis from a 70 to a 90. Now we're making some progress. We've now taken our overall company score from a 310 to a 340, and we're just going to keep getting better. Let me tell you how. Leaders. Okay, this industry is built on leaders. Let me share with you something about leadership. The number one deficiency on the entire planet is leadership. If there was more leaders, we'd have a cleaner planet. If there was more leaders, we'd have a better government. If there was more leaders, maybe we wouldn't have, crazy wars and infighting. If there's different leaders, we'd have more innovation in products, better mental health, all these different things. For problems to be solved, it requires leaders. So the number one deficiency on the planet, in my opinion, is leadership. So how do we fix that? Well, we become the leaders that others are looking for and inspire others to do the same. We want to be a leadership factory of breeding leadership. And network marketing and what we're doing here at Save Club is the perfect fertilizer. It's the perfect grounds to attract people that want to improve their life, that want to improve their financial situation, that need a direction to take their energy. And so by us being the leaders that others are looking for, we have the vehicle where people can plug in, they can see the training, they can get inspired, they can start earning income, they can reach their freedom number, they can start taking control of their life. These are the things that are going to attract us, real leaders that are going to stay and build a business here, which again equals more residual income for those of you that attract those leaders. But it's not just leadership in the field. We're focused on our corporate leadership. We're focusing on the things that I can do better, that the corporate team can do better, like delivering developments, delivering these presentations, clear communication, consistent messaging. These are the things that we're already working on, and I'm doing it literally as I speak. These are the things that are going to take our leadership score up. What also takes our leadership score up is bigger paydays. I mean, look, if we've got people here earning part-time income, earning full-time income, earning big-time income, you can put more focus on this. You become a stronger leader for the company. You become a stronger leader for your family. And that, my intention is to help you guys with the tools so that your weekly income is something that you can be proud about, and that inherently makes you a stronger leader. Now, Every relationship in your life is based on two things. You can test this one out: trust and respect. And so from a leadership standpoint, from the corporate side or from leaders bringing people on board, you want to be able to deliver to them a trusted message. That's why we're taking a look at Save Club for how it really is and not fluffing it up. This presentation here is to show you the deficiencies that currently exist in the company and where we're going to go. Because look, nobody's perfect. No company is perfect. But do you have a plan? Are you analyzing what's going on? Are you communicating that well? These are the things that build trust and build respect. So my goal is to make statements and then prove those statements right. Make statements and prove those statements right. And that will build up the trust and respect. And that way, when we come out with big announcements or we want to make a big push as a unified community of leaders, hopefully people pay attention and they believe in the vision and the direction you're going, but you have to earn that. And, I hope that's what the work and effort that we're putting in now is proven to everybody. At events, people make decisions that go from their head to their heart. I love events. And I've already had so many people say, I want to meet you. I want to meet the other leaders. Sometimes in network marketing, you have friends and relationships. You don't even talk to them. You don't even see them because you work on the phone or you recruited them through the web or you're introduced on the phone. You can work with them for years and never meet them. And we want to bring that together into live events. So we've got live events in the works. We got a convention in the works. I want to improve our weekly recognition. We're updating the leaderboard now every 15 minutes. The leaderboard will check the database and update because it's going to start getting exciting. People are going to start jumping around, especially some of you that are really using these tools, following the training, creating traffic paths on the internet. And now you're going to have, leads coming in round the clock and have upgrades coming in round the clock. And we'll show you how to get there. But the recognition's a big part of that, and celebrating these wins, because like we've stated before, it's fun to be part of a winning team. It's fun to, pay attention to a winning team, and, more winning creates more velocity. It creates more speed, and it'll attract more leaders. So let's do that. Let's create more success and pick up the velocity of the company. And what we'll start to see when we get the training locked in and we're able to help the people that are here to build a business go from new distributor to 1-star. So let's say we got 10,000 people in the company and we just help half of them. They're here to do a business. Let's help half of them get to 1-star. And boom, we're at 20,000 people, then 40,000 people, then 80,000 people. This is the type of momentum that will take your checks and start doubling them. And you all know the story of a penny doubled over time. Well, that's the same thing that's happening here. But we're gonna be doubling our amount of leadership, doubling our engaged affiliates, and that's going to result in your checks doubling and increasing, because we know how this compensation plan works. And if you just continue to help people to get to 1-star, help people to get to 2-star, that compounding effect, we'll start to see it inside of your income. So we started with a pretty good leader score at 85, but doing these things on the page, do I think we can bring it to a 95? Certainly. I'd like our leader score to be 100. I'd like to have the best leaders, the most influential leaders, the most honorable leaders in the whole industry hanging their hat here at Save Club. We're off to a good start, but I'll tell you what, there are hundreds of thousands of people that are orphaned inside the industry right now. There are many, many, many incredible leaders that are looking for an opportunity, and nobody has told them about Save Club. And it's not just people from the network marketing or direct sales industry. It's people from internet marketing. It's people from, their businesses being disrupted. It's small business owners who don't have a business anymore that, are looking for something. And I think we've got the solution here. So we're inching closer to that A ranking, to that, grade of an A. And I implore all of you guys to think about the type of leaders that you know and help bring them to the company. The people that earn big incomes in network marketing recruit up. Do not be afraid to recruit up. Work with your upline, work with your teams, connect with a leader that's succeeding. You can find them inside your back office. You can see who your upline 3 and 4-star affiliates are. Connect with them, and don't be afraid to bring the heaviest hitter that you know from the past to the company. Remember, when you sponsor somebody, you earn a matching bonus on their matrix check. So do what you need to do to get your confidence up, plug into these trainings, understand this path of how we're getting better, and go find the biggest leader. Think about it now. Write it down. When you're off of this call, get up your courage and communicate with them. Tell them about Save Club and get them on to the phone with somebody. I do many three-way phone calls with the different leadership. And if you've got a heavy hitter, we'll talk to them. And I'd say I'm probably like a 95% closer or higher when we have somebody that's really interested in finding a new home. And this is why we've recruited so many top-tier talent into the place. So I'm just going to harp on that a little bit more because it's something that can change your life. It only takes 4 legs to go to the top of this compensation plan, and you probably can find 4 leaders that will take this business seriously. And that's what it takes to set yourself financially free. All right, guys, going from a 75 to 100 with our lead score. How are we going to map this out? Well, the improving of the funnels and the training of how to use the funnels. We've got these great tools up right now, and later on after this presentation, I'm going to go through them and showing you exactly how to set up traffic paths in your social media, set up your stories and your reels to pique somebody's interest, go find an influencer, recruit them in. Those trainings are coming. We're going to get deeper into it, and then we'll report back exactly what's working, and that will help generate hundreds of thousands of leads, which will result in more enrollments in the company. Having the app and being able to share the app, that's going to, everybody you know, everybody in your phone, you can share something for free. It's zero risk for them to do savings. You really just become a way of just helping people save money for free, rejection-free situation. And again, we got a video here we're going to show you about the type of tools that we've made that are help you going to generate leads, that are going to do the follow-up for you. And then testimonies. I'm going to repost our call out for testimonies, product testimonials, income testimonials, testimonials about the team, testimonials about how the company makes you feel, just short clips like 5-second, 10-second, 15-second little inspirational things about how you genuinely feel about Save Club. We'll clip them together and we'll create 15-second, 30-second, 60-second reels that are testimonies. So if someone's looking at the company and they go, well, I'm just not sure, and they see that and they see the social proof of people loving what's going on here, it'll get them over the hump, get them involved, working with us. Other ways we're going to increase our lead score is by following the art and science of referral marketing. So there's actually, and this will be next week's training, but there is a very specific art and science to referral marketing and why something becomes remarkable, why somebody would talk about something. Is it novel? Is it new? Is it something they don't know about? Okay, so something that's novel is one of the areas that's important. Does it have utility for somebody? Like, you're not going to talk to somebody about scuba diving if you know they don't want to swim. You're not going to talk to somebody about flying a helicopter if you know they don't have the skills to do that. But everybody wants to save money on the stuff they're already spending on. So do we have utility? How do we communicate that message in a consistent way? Are our savings and discounts, are they dependable? Well, as we expand our offerings across the globe, as we get more access to deals, as we have our app go from the United States to all around the world, yes, it'll be more dependable. You'll have more confidence in referring it. And is it something that will help people with their economics? Will it help someone? Yeah, we're helping people save money. So it fits everywhere. It's universal. So that will definitely help improve our lead score. And the more that we get these systems dialed in, it'll help you. You'll be able to earn respect by sharing something that's good. You'll be able to earn trust by getting something that works, and it just becomes easier as we get better. And that's what I'm saying here is success breeds success. More winning is more winning, and that's how we build momentum. And we do that by just consistently, persistently doing we're laying out a course of what to do, and you do something long enough, a ratio appears, you can continue to get better at how you talk about the company, you can get your internet marketing skills up, and the training is here. And again, we're going to lay that on so that more of you could generate more leads, that you can generate leads at will. And do I feel we can take our leads score from a 75 to a 95 with doing these things right here? Absolutely. And I'm going to go into that next with our different tools and reels and things that Dubs put together for you. So look at this, guys. With these incremental improvements, I know we can take the company from a 310 to a 370. Consistent incremental improvements done over time, and I'm not talking years, I'm talking weeks, will have a compound effect for each and every one of you and your checks. Now, in all these years of consulting and all these years working with network marketing companies, I've never seen a company with a score of a 360 or higher not be growing, not hitting momentum, not continuing to grow. And if you're in a company now, or you came from a company that wants it working, think about it. Think about the company, the systems, the leader, the leads. And if it's not working, well, first of all, you probably wouldn't be looking if it was working, or you wouldn't be joining new deals if it was working. But in one of those areas, it lacked, and probably those leadership there, the company owners there, didn't have the insight or the skills or the knowledge to take their company score from wherever it was at to a winning score. Now, I just want to let you guys know we've got a plan here. It's in motion. We work on it diligently every single day, and hopefully this gives you the confidence to take this a little bit more seriously. Go 1-star, go 2-star. And for those of you that see it, as we increase this score and the company catches momentum, the bigger of a foundation, the more people that you have engaged, you'll start to see that compounding in your check. And the quote goes like this: simple, disciplined actions repeated over time will equal a multiple reward. On the other side of that, minor errors in judgment repeated over time will equal a massive fail. So by focusing on the wrong thing, by not taking action, by doing that consistently, you're going to end up with a massive fail. I don't know where it's going to end up in your life. You might just look back at that and say, oh man, the opportunity of a lifetime was right there, and my simple errors in judgment repeated over time, and I didn't win when all these other people won. So consistent, disciplined actions repeated over time. I'm going to play you guys a video next, because this presentation, I'm trying to keep it all killer, no filler. We only got like an hour together. So I'm going to stop this. Matt, Pete, you guys want to comment on this as I pull up this video?
Well, thanks for spending the whole weekend working on those slides, because that was pretty freaking elaborate. I've never looked at it quite that in depth myself, so I learned a lot just now, and I appreciate you really laying it out for us. That was amazing. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, guys, I've been in this industry 31 years, 25 years of marketing online. I've never seen a company that's so, and a CEO that's so focused on making sure we have cutting edge, up-to-date tools and the training to help us just grow this company. We're day 23, folks. So Charles, amazing. Keep it up. And I don't know when you sleep, buddy, but I don't think it's very much, and we appreciate you for it.
Okay, well, here we got a new video here. I'm just going to play it, and then it'll just explain itself.
Hey there. If you're watching this, we're willing to bet you've tried to make money online before. You probably joined a company, got all hyped up, thought this is the one, and then, boom, nothing. No sales, no commissions, just a whole lot of frustration. Maybe you've even done this multiple times. You're not alone. And look, this part might sting a little, but it's the truth. The reason you didn't make money was you. Now, don't take that the wrong way. It's not because you're lazy or dumb or not cut out for this. It's because 99% of people aren't marketers. They aren't salespeople. And this industry just throws people into the deep end and says, good luck. No wonder people fail. But here's the good news. We fixed what's broken. What if, instead of trying to figure everything out yourself, you had a team of 7-figure marketers writing your social media posts, emails, and texts for you? What if you got access to the exact images, videos, reels, and hashtags that actually work? What if you had done-for-you funnels that convert like crazy, all set up and ready to go? Now, that'd be pretty awesome, right? But it doesn't stop there. Let's be real. Most people hate selling. You don't want to chase people. You don't want awkward conversations, and you definitely don't want to feel like a pushy salesperson. So we built a first-of-its-kind AI system that handles it all. It calls your leads. It texts and emails them. It gets them onto webinars where we do the presentation. And statistics show it closes 1 out of every 4 leads. You could be out to eat, at the gym, playing with your kids while the AI is working and closing for you. You just plug in, copy, paste, and the system goes to work. And the cherry on top? We've got a product people actually want and a comp plan that pays out up to 80% commissions. So here's your choice. Keep jumping from company to company, wasting money on starter kits and struggling to figure it out. Or let the pros do the heavy lifting for you. If you can copy and paste, that's the only skill you need. Fill out the form. Let's get you on the path to results, finally. We'll see you on the inside.
Wow.
I love that video.
That's amazing. Yeah. Hey, Charles, so somebody commented here, just I wanted you to address something. After perfect timing for that video, Charles. Somebody made a comment saying, I posted my link on my social media, on my Facebook, whatever, and I got over 2,000 views and nobody opted in. So my response was, well, did you create a curiosity post? Did you use one of the marketing materials? Or did you just throw out your link, like giving it away on the first date? Do you want to maybe address it after that amazing video? And when is the copy and paste stuff? Where's it going to be? When's it coming? And wow.
Sure. So let me just pull up this screen right here, and we'll just do like a use case of what's going on here. So here's a new foodie funnel. It's got a new video. You know, you can opt in here. And actually, this isn't even our that's the, hang on one second. Let me pull up the actual page. Okay, so here's our page here. This is right here in your replicated website, saveclubsplash.com/username, page 5, and many more pages to come. So here's the foodie posts that are right here. So this is also in the training section under marketing materials, and here's different posts that you can put. So are you always posting food pics and reviews? Now turn those posts into profits, get paid to share awesome discounts or favorite food, and then you put it with this landing page. The key thing is if people are posting there, or maybe what you can do, you can post some food. I don't have time because we've already been going for 48 minutes on this specific training of how to use these in combination. But this is why you got to just continue to just stay plugged in. And as we develop very specific training, and what we're coming out with from a training program is a 90-day blitz. So actually, I want to just kind of know who would be interested in that. And if you guys can just chat, just into the chat box, type in 90 if you'd be interested in a 90-day blitz, and I'll explain more about how that works. So with a 90-day blitz, what we're going to do is we're going to get into how to use these pages, how to use these posts, and work with you intensively on how to get this translated into leads for your business. A 90-day blitz is done with a partner. So if you don't have a partner, we can assign you one, or maybe it's someone on your team that you want to work with. And that's for accountability. Because if you're just doing this by yourself, it becomes difficult. You don't know, you don't have a sounding board to bounce off ideas. You don't have any accountability of someone paying attention. And we're trying to create more accountability with a 90-day blitz. So it's an enrollment. You say it's free. You get started with us. You're basically committing to coming to one call per week and then communicating with your accountability partner a few times a week, just so that you're staying on track. And then we'll give you different insights because what we're going to be doing. So let's just talk specifically about foodies. Maybe 1 week, we're going to say, okay, everybody that's part of the Blitz, let's go attack foodies. We're going to hit the internet and we're going to reach all the food bloggers. We're going to reach all the blogs that are out there for food. We're going to find the groups on social media that are about foods. We're going to look at people that comment on nutrition and this and that, and we'll come up with a whole range of ideas. And then we'll talk about how to approach these in a way that's not disruptive to their groups or annoying or whatever. But this is where marketing comes into play. This is where having pre-written copy comes into play. And this is how doing it as a team will give us better results, because we'll come back and you'll say, well, I posted this, I got this result. And then we'll take that data from our field of marketers and we'll share it with everybody. Say, hey, this post or this approach, or I built my Facebook story with a personal message, one of the Save Club reels, another personal message, another Save Club reel, and then I did a call to action to this landing page. It took, a story. It took you crafting a story so that when someone was watching your story on social media, it wasn't just some random post in a link. It was something that unfolded over 90 seconds, over 5 reels. And if they paid attention to that, they're becoming a lead. So there's subtle shifts in what you can do with your posting. And again, 99% of you are not marketers. So having this stuff done for you and improving yourself where you just know what to do is going to be a difference between maybe generating 1 lead and generating 10 leads. So what we discover is just slight adjustments, 3 to 5 to 10% of what you're doing when it's shifted will equal a lot more leads coming in to your business, and then how you follow with all them. So that's just one way that we'll do that. I also wanted to show you guys our travel page as well. So for those of you that weren't on Friday's call, these are 2 new landing pages. You can find them inside your back office. You log in and you go right here to my websites, and now you've got multiple landing pages here. We've got 2 landing pages that we came out last week. Here's one that's generic, so we don't put any Save Club branding on this page. It's just a generic video about helping people save money and you earn money. This one's been converting well. We've got some great reports back from other marketers that had their own landing pages that were using this video, and it increased their opt-ins dramatically, where we show someone how, with just 67 cents a day, they can create financial freedom. They can run a business for far less than a cup of coffee and create themselves a residual income.
Quick question. Do you ever wake up, glance at the clock, and think, ugh, 5 more days till Friday? Yeah, alarms blaring at 6 a.m., you fight rush hour traffic, jump through corporate hoops, and for what? Just enough cash to keep doing it again next week? Now check this out. Every single day, you and I waste about 67 cents without even blinking. That's less than a Diet Cola, cheaper than your go-to iced latte, and way less than one value meal that isn't even valuable to your waistline. Add it up, and in a month, and it is just 20 bucks. But what if that throwaway change could bankroll your own business, one that could buy the dream house, the dream car, the dream I work for me lifestyle? Look, I'm not talking lottery tickets or crypto moonshots. I'm talking about a proven system that turns pocket change into profit by leveraging the same simple online frameworks our affiliates use every day. Here's the crazy part. You don't need tech skills. You don't need a suitcase of cash. You just need that spare 67 cents and the willingness to follow a step-by-step roadmap we've already battle-tested. If you're ready to swap commute time for me time, fill out the short form right here, right now. Look, opportunity doesn't hang around waiting for someday. You've already spent 67 cents on stuff you'll forget by tonight. Why not use it today to fire your boss?
Then we got this foodies page we just looked at, and then this page here for traveling. And we put the form right here on the page, and it looks great inside mobile. Now, all of this stuff works in combination with this stuff. So we do these content drops every single week. You can see there's just loads and loads of content. And what we're doing here is we're building up an arsenal of marketing content for you guys. So by you learning what is back here, you'll get ideas. And then as your skills as an influencer, as a poster, as someone that's going after your dreams improves, then you'll know how to use these skills. So it's important to understand what's back here. So here's the folder for social media posts, all the different funnels that are coming. You might see these ones in here and goes, whoa, what does military wives mean? Well, we've got a whole funnel coming out and videos already made for recruiting spouses where they've got someone in the military. And, that's another funnel coming out. We've got one here for boss babes. There's ladies out there that have huge followings on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. They don't know how to monetize it properly. So recruiting them and giving them the tools so they can make money. That's what this funnel is about. Pocket change is that 67 cents ad. So you take these posts here in combination with that landing page, and that's how you can generate more leads. Let me get back to this folder. And today we got new stuff. So in light of the new funnels coming out for the foodie and for travel, we got all these new posts right here. Also for our 67 cents funnels, we got some posts right here. So all this is available currently in your back office. If you just log in, you click right here on training, and you click right here on marketing materials. That will open up this folder, and all this stuff's available to you. Now, what is coming, like I showed in our score improvement, is a step-by-step training. And as we get into these other trainings, we'll be recording them, and we'll put them into a PDF document in this training section here. All this will be different. This will be a designed web page, and we're going to be having 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. And each one of them will have a PDF, and that PDF will be an in-depth list of things to do, how to post, videos, reels, all that. It just takes time to develop this stuff. So, don't be shy about learning. Don't be shy about posting. Don't be shy about recruiting. Continue to go after this. This is all stuff that makes our opportunity better and better. And again, we're preparing for hypergrowth. We're preparing for straight vertical growth. And that's why all these systems are coming into place. But I'll tell you what, the people that are on this call right now that are going to benefit from the most, they're going to benefit the most of the hypergrowth are the people that learn it here when it's kind of raw. With no challenge, there's no championship. So by digging in and understanding how this is now and learning how to do it now, your skills will improve. Don't look at it as it's not perfect easy. It's not the easy button I just hit and go. It's what you learn now and how you absorb this information now. You'll have a much greater respect for when it's all super dialed in. So do the work. There's no shortcuts in life, and there's no shortcuts to success. You got to just plug in, and it just becomes more and more automatic the more that you get exposure. So, Matt, Pete, you want me? We're right here at an hour. You want me to
I
just
just
play
want to
through?
say that, our media guy called me at 10 o'clock last night. He worked all day on that video you guys just saw on a Sunday. And I just have never been in a company before where people are just giving so much of their heart. And guys, remember, this is $20 a month. It's insane the stuff you get and the possibilities that you can create with such a, I mean, it's just crazy. So, and you can
You know
save
what?
a ton of
You know what,
money
Pete?
and stuff too.
No, but you know what, Pete? That's a great point. That is a great point. So for $300 a year, you can run a business and have all of these tools, have all of this stuff. Actually, I'm going to stop sharing this for just 1 second. This is such an important point. So for $300 a year, you can have a business where you can create unlimited income. And we've got all these tools, we've got all these things, all this support here to help you. And when you're out there sharing with people to get started as a Save Club affiliate, if they look at this and go, oh, $300, waste of money. Well, you're just not positioning it right. If I had a brand new what's a fancy car people like a Ferrari or something,
Bentley, Ferrari,
a
Rolls.
Bentley. Okay, so let's say I got a brand new Bentley, and I go to the streets out here in Las Vegas, and I put it out there, and I go, look, I got to sell this Bentley. I need $10,000 right now. Here's the title. Give me the money. Who wants this car? A bunch of people who don't have $10,000 would go figure out how to get that money and come back to get that car because the value is obvious. You got a $250,000 car you can purchase for $10,000. People would go come up with the money. You got to understand, you've got the Bentleys of home businesses right here for $300 a year. So if you're having trouble getting people enrolled, they're just not seeing what is here. And it requires you to educate yourself and learn about what's going on, the type of work that's going on. So I applaud all of you for being on today's webinar so you can see that all this stuff ends at automatic. Companies don't go scoring at a 400 just with no effort. It requires a lot of time and a lot of effort to get there. And I want to do this as a team, that we're doing this together, because there'll be a time when you're like, I was part of Save Club, there was less than 10,000 people. And when we're a household name and there's 1 million people, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember when they only had 120, 120 reels made, which is insane already. But you know what I'm saying? What, in a year when we've got an arsenal of content together that is just this mountain of, I mean, we will be competing with Coca-Cola in terms of how much marketing materials we have available for the field. This thing will never get stale, will never get old. We'll continue to innovate, weekly. So let me.
Hey, a couple people asking about the t-shirts. Can somebody post the link in there, Bob or Matt? Just to mention the t-shirts. So I went to me and Charles have them on. I went to a jazz festival yesterday. I had at least 10 people ask me, what is that? Where is that? Now, our app will be out any day. So next week when I go to the symphony, I'm going to be able to give people the app that they're asking about that's on my t-shirt. Now, think about when I'm in a coffee shop a month from now and I turn my phone over and my phone case says Save Club app on it. People are going to ask about that. So be a little advertiser for the product. We got $12 t-shirts, guys, and different stuff that you'll be able to use. So
yeah, and that's the other
Absolutely,
thing, guys. I didn't mark up the t-shirts or any of the clothes,
right.
because there's the link. Okay, great. All right.
Here's one other thing,
Awesome.
just to
we
go on that.
got Crystal saying in the comments, Crystal, I need you to get with your upline, your enroller, or your upline 3-star or your upline 4-star to have them go through the information you're looking for. This type of Zoom is not for that, for deep diving into some of the information you're asking for. So folks, you have a support team. You've got your enroller, you've got their enroller, you've got a 3-star, a 4-star, and not a 5-star yet, but one of these amazing leaders is going to be one soon. And they all are above you. Somebody's above you that can help you with that information. So folks, understand, we can't deep dive into every single nook and cranny of everything here. So what Charles just did today, mind blown. But the things you're looking for, you need to get with your direct upline and support team. So I just had to go out there. I'm seeing a bunch of stuff in the chat, and I just had to address it. Charles, sorry.
Yeah, and part of that, Matt, is, you know, part of it, of the score when I talked about having a unified system. Our goal is to have the least amount of frustration from new people, that they see what's going on here. They see a prospect for them to earn income, and people want to earn money now. That's why we do weekly pay. They want to get started and create a check now. And so I see a day in the near future that people get started and they get 4 enrollments their first like half a day, that they can go to work, they can follow something, they can share the excitement, and they can get started with like the $80 affiliate pack and then earn $80 in fast start commissions by enrolling 4 people and do that in the first day. There's no reason that's not possible. And we're going to get the training and the scripting and everything right, because the power is when we've got people that are completely fresh, that are completely oblivious to network marketing, oblivious to a home-based business. All that they know is they need to make money now. And that's all that we want, is to have people that have a desire to improve their financial status or their financial well-being, and to come in and be a real opportunity to deliver on the promise of savings and opportunity. And that all starts with having our product be there. And again, we're focused tirelessly on the corporate side, making our product to be the ultimate, and we're doing it globally. And trust me, guys, it's happening, and it's happening at a good clip. It's going to be exciting to have this app launched here. I'm really pressing to get it done this week. I think we're going to end the month strong. We started this month with some pretty lofty goals, and we're going to hit most of them if we can pull this off. So right now, Pete, I'm going to just kind of go through these. I haven't even watched them. I've been busy. I haven't watched these. I kind of want to watch them. So everybody, let's just kick back and see these reels, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Gotta get paid at restaurants. Let's see. Play. Okay. So playing these videos in a combination of inviting somebody to, you know, get savings or learn about how to, you know, share food deals and get paid, there requires a little bit of, because people want to hear from you. You know, these are beautifully done TV quality reels, but you've got to add something to that. Those trainings are coming, and I understand anyone's frustration that doesn't see exactly how to do that now. But again, we'll figure that out together.
Are you not sharing screen yet, Charles, if you're trying to play something?
What's that? Is my screen not shared?
Yet.
Have I been playing all these? No.
Yeah, we're not seeing anything, sir.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry, guys. I'm over here playing reels to nobody. I already went through a bunch of them. Sorry about that.
They're saying our T-shirts are selling out, Charles. We'll have to get with the print guy.
They're scalable. Okay, here we go.
There you go. We see it now, Charles.
All right. Thanks for telling me. I already kept going.
Yeah, I figured it out. Anyway, here we go.
Okay, go restaurants. Okay, here's one here for burgers. Okay, we got another burger one here. You getting sound too? Okay.
Yes.
This next one. Okay, we've got tacos next. And what else we got here?
Charles, hey, while you're doing that real fast, this one play.
What makes the world go round is top about that cha-ching sound like.
Okay, go ahead, Matt.
I was just going to say, you know, some of the foodie videos that Charles is showing. So do you guys understand how to use these? We're not going to deep dive into it, but you post a foodie video. Somebody's going to say, well, how do I make money posting about food pics? Well, you go to the restaurant and you go and you order one of the burgers and then you post a picture of it and you say, oh my goodness, or whatever the special or the deal is on your app or inside of our deals. And that's what you do, right, Charles? That's what you would do. If you go to a restaurant, you post this and then you show the deal and you say, oh my goodness, I got to buy one, get one free entree, or I got a free appetizer or whatever it is. And you spark that curiosity, comment info, boom. I don't know. That's what I would do.
So, you know, what we'll do here, we'll craft a pretty direct, you know, training on these ones, on travel and on food. And we'll use these new reels that are out right now. Train on it. Here's some new travel stuff. I'm gonna speed through these here, so I'll watch them. Yeah, it's a business travel one. That's good. Cool. Excellent. So yeah, so here's the reels. They're available. You know, let's you know, what I'll do is I'll get with Dubs and we'll have some recording training pieces here inside the back office. There's going to be a lot that comes into this area that will just be a real deep dive. So you know, ultimately, you know, I really just wanted to share today, you know, what it's like to incrementally grow the company and have everybody you know, along for the ride, the sharing of what's going on behind the scenes here, of, you know, how we can improve from basically a B- to an A, you know, how we can get the company to hyper growth and momentum. So, you know, with that, let's end the call here. And you know, I just want to end it with one thing, that this compensation plan, this company, to get into a business that has the potential to bring you freedom, you know, financial freedom, and to be able to do that for $300 a year is you know, it's a gift that you should be happy to share. People should be happy to receive. If we're not having that be smooth and efficient and feel good and feel like winning, we're not doing something right from a corporate standpoint, from making it easy and smooth enough. So until we get there, we're going to work at it. And you know, I love the different feedback. You know, we've got the team here developing. So the key is, we've had many people go 1-star, we've had many people go 2-star, we've had many people go 3-star, and so on. With what we have as a company, with a $300 value with our product, get to 1-star. You know, figure out the path of how to enroll 2 people. It really starts with getting pre-enrollees. On average, you get 10 pre-enrollees, you get 10 people interested enough to look at the business, you'll go 1-star. And going 1-star, it creates enough of a commitment by you're sharing the company, you're learning what's going on, you understand the referral links, you understand the landing pages, you understand these webinars. That's enough to get you trained enough to go to 2-star. And we're going to put a big push on this. It's what our 10 steps is about. and it's going to get easier, just like anything. Just like if you're going to start playing soccer, maybe the first time you get on the field, you don't know how to pass, you don't know how to kick the ball, you don't even know what the rules are, but it takes some time. You learn it and you get better at it. Same thing with this company. And for those of you that make a commitment saying, yeah, I want to reach my freedom number. I would love to have more residual income than residual bills. Start with that commitment and then plug into what we're doing here until you get there. And it's a great feeling to know that you've created for yourself a residual income. And don't discount what a business making like $2,000 to $3,000 a month in residual income is worth, because your time freedom, your peace of mind, that's worth a lot. But honestly, just from a monetary standpoint, to create residual income that is over $2,000 a month, you would have to have like $100,000 or more in the bank to do that safely. Or did you know that Subway franchises only average $65,000 per franchise in profit to the owner? Like, you got to build a whole Subway, risk all that just to make not that much money. Comparatively, that's why a lot of these Subway owners, they have to own 100 stores before they're a successful franchise owner, because they got to put a lot of stores out there. Well, here's a business that you can reach those goals, but it's going to require something of you. It's going to require you learning something and putting yourself out there. And hopefully from the corporate side, we're making it easy enough. So I'm going to look at all these 90-day blitz call outs. Thanks so much for the interest in that. And I know how powerful a 90-day blitz can be. You can do anything for 90 days. Okay. Like, if you commit yourself, you can do anything for 90 days, especially when it's something that's fun and you're getting, incremental progress and you're getting paid. So, with that, guys, I'm going to get back to work. Mondays are always, busy days here. Hopefully you found some value in here. I'm going to get this recording out. I'm going to kind of edit it, maybe chop it up a little bit, make it a little bit more digestible. And it's something that hopefully inspires you to think about who that maybe you're afraid to approach, that you might not think this business is for them, but recruit up. Okay. The people that will have great success are people that recruit up, someone that has, maybe been in this type of business or is an entrepreneur. Recruit up, get an approach to get them, get with your team, get with your upline, and, let's go get the best of the best out there into Save Club. So with that, everybody,
everybody's loving the 90-day blitz idea, Charles. So we'll have to work on that.
It changed my life at 18 years old. In network marketing, I was shown the 90-day blitz concept. I said, I can do anything for 90 days. So they convinced me I can do anything for 90 days. And I plugged in. I went to work for 90 days. And after that period, I deferred going to college because I had established enough residual income, enough income in network marketing that I decided not to do that. I never went. And I've been marketing and a successful professional marketer in this space for a long time. So I would love to give back to people, because someone changed my life with the 90 Blitz. I'd love to do it again and just, help people set a goal and reach it. I'd like to see how many people in our 90-day Blitz crew can go from, new into Save Club. Everyone's pretty new into Save Club, and to get to their freedom number and replace their residual bills with residual income. I mean, our
buddy Jason's an expert at the 90-day Blitz stuff, so he can help. We can do breakout rooms. We can do all kinds of stuff. And you guys can get Charles' awesome book, which is life-changing. I've read twice already. My wife loves it too. Thank you. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff. Feed your head with good info. That's what this company's all about, man. Good energy.
Yep. Okay, everybody. Thank you for saying it. We still got 191 people here after 67 minutes. This is great. So, okay, everybody, thanks. I'll let you go, free up, and let's have an awesome end of the month. Bye.
What if saving money actually made you money? Meet Save Club, the free app that helps families and network marketers save on thousands of name brand products you already buy every single day. Here's the best part. When you share the app, it's coded to you for life. And with our built-in AI, every question, every follow-up, every close is done asterisk for you asterisk. You can build a business on autopilot. Download the free app today and lock your spot in the Save Club power line. Want more? Upgrade anytime to unlock full marketing training, exclusive community support, and start earning real income. It's simple. You save, you share, you earn. And it's all 100% free to start. Join Save Club today and let's grow in together.